Hello, everyone. My name is Paula-Dee Cameron. Today, I'm excited to share my research on how we can address discipline disparities in school through culturally responsive teaching and restorative justice. This is a topic I'm very deeply passionate about because I believe every student deserves a fair and supportive learning environment. Now, let's dive in. Actually, before I get into the details of my project, I want to start with why this research matters. Right now, students of color are facing harsher disciplines in school, which affect their learning, their confidence, and their future opportunities. Suspensions and expulsions don't always solve the problem. Instead, they often push students further behind. This project looks at better ways to handle discipline by using restorative justice and culturally responsive teaching. The plan includes training teachers, using restorative circles to resolve conflicts, and adding social emotional learning to help students manage their emotions and behaviors. To see if this approach works, I'll look at discipline records, surveys from students and teachers, and group discussions to understand the impact. The goal is to reduce unfair discipline and create stronger, more supportive relationships between students and teachers. With the right tools and training, schools can move away from punishment and towards solutions that help students grow and succeed. Right now, students of color face significantly higher suspension and expulsion rates compared to their peers. Traditional punitive discipline measures aren't working. They push students out instead of guiding them to better choices. We need to shift towards a system that focuses on relationship building, accountability, and real support. Through my research, I found that discipline disparities negatively impact students in multiple ways academically, emotionally, and socially. Implicit bias affects how students are disciplined, and exclusionary discipline policies contribute to long term challenges like higher dropout rates. However, restorative justice practices and social emotional learning have been proven to reduce these disparities and improve relationships between students and educators. So, the big question is, how can restorative justice and culturally responsive teaching help reduce these disparities? How can we create classrooms where students feel understood, respected, and supported while still maintaining that structure and the form of high expectations? I believe that the solution starts with equipping teachers with the right training. Teachers need to learn how to recognize and address implicit bias while implementing restorative justice practices, such as mediation and conflict resolution circles. We also need to integrate social emotional learning into the curriculum so students can develop the skills they need to manage their emotions and interactions. And you're probably wondering, how can we implement that? Well, here's how we can put this plan into action. First, we'll collect baseline data to understand where we currently stand. Then we will provide teachers with professional development and begin implementing restorative practice over several weeks. Finally, we will evaluate the impact, make adjustments, and refine the approach. To make sure this approach is effective, we will track discipline referrals rates, collect student and teacher feedback through surveys, and conduct focus groups. By analyzing these data points, we can assess what's working and what needs improvement. Now, if the implementations are effective, this approach will lead to fewer discipline disparities, stronger teacher student relationships, increased student engagement, and ultimately better academic success. This is about shifting from a system of punishment to a system of accountability and growth. At the heart of this research is a simple truth. When students feel valued, respected, and supported, they thrive. Restorative justice and culturally responsive teaching are not just trends, they are research backed strategies that can transform the way we approach discipline in schools. If we want to create equitable learning environments, we must be intentional about the way we address student behavior and ensure every child has a chance to succeed. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for your time and attention as I complete my last video in my master's program. I'm happy to answer any questions or hear your thoughts. I just want to also say, let's work together to build classrooms where every student feels seen, supported, and empowered.